What's going on, everybody? It's Eric HD back at it again with some Summoner's War. Today we're going to talk about Necro. We are going to talk about my team that I use. We're going to talk about, the general idea of Necro, what's good there. As I think most of you guys know, you're looking for multi-hit units. You're looking for units, with the first skill that hit multiple times, 2 to 3 times on the first skill is good. I think it's helpful to build like a 1 or 2 element team. I have an all fire team right now, which helps when you get to the boss, and we will show you that. When you get to the boss in Necro, when they pull that mon, they take over one of your the Necro, the Lich takes over one of your monsters, and it helps to kill that monster fast when you don't have element disadvantage. So I'll just go into my Necro team and show you what happens, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about each of the monsters individually here. So for the lead, I have Shihua. Anyway, she has a 40% fire attack boost. So my whole team is fire, so it helps my whole entire squad. And then her first skill hits 3 times, I believe. Second skill hits, her first skill might even hit 4 times. Anyway, so she's a great unit for Necro, especially for this fire team. Colleen, a lot of people know about Colleen. She's really become a popular monster since Necro and raids have come out. First skill hits multiple times, second skill hits multiple times. First skill has a chance to attack break, and her second skill has a chance to disturb hit point recovery, which is good. Both debuffs are good for this boss, as every time the boss hits you, not this boss, but the final boss hits you, he leeches health. And then her third skill, she has a heal as well as attack boost. Attack buff. Adrian, I don't recommend Adrian to a lot of people because Necro is really the only place you're going to use him. He's not a good PvP monster. He's not a good raid monster. He's not a good he's not great in any other dungeon. But I just really wanted to use one of the new Elven Rangers, so I threw him in here and actually gave him some pretty good runes. And actually, a lot of times he's the one that gets pulled because he does so much damage. I am looking to replace Hua with a Fuko so that I have a wind damage dealer, and when the wind damage dealer gets pulled, the rest of my fire team just has a really easy time killing him. And because my Hua is too fast, she doesn't really want your Hua or your slow monster. She applies the slow debuff. You want whoever that is to go last, so that you can wipe the shield off with your first 4 monsters, because you have to hit the boss 7 times before you get rid of that shield. And then you want your slow monster to go and slow him, and then it makes it easier for the next round. But Adrian, he does a lot of good debuffs. He has dots, and he has attack. No, he has HP recovery debuff, and then his third skill is a speed plus crit rate buff. So he's pretty helpful, Necro. I actually like him. A lot of people shy away from him because, like I said, you can't really use him in other places. But it is what it is. I like him, so I use him. Do I want that rune? No. And then I have the Panda, who is great. His first skill hits 3 times and can defense break. Then his second skill puts a continuous heal on everyone. It heals like 15% every turn. And then he will always revenge when he has that skill up. So as you see right there, he has that revenge whenever he's hit. He revenges, so which is really good. And then his third skill applies a bunch of random debuffs, and he hits like, yeah, I think he hits 5 times. The panda really needs skill ups in order to be optimal, obviously, for well, I was going to say for the raid, but for Necro and for the raid, I've actually been using him as a raid frontline tank, and he's awesome because he has a really high base defense. So that's my team. Oh, and then I have Hua, which as I said before, she's really too fast for Necro. You want her to be your slowest monster, but I use her in other places. I'm probably going to end up using her in raids, and I use her a lot in Guild Wars. I think she has like 250 speed or something like that, so ends up doing a lot of damage when she does hit the boss or any of these monsters, so that's helpful. But yeah. So as you see there, the panda did attack break and he did glancing. I think he can do attack break, glancing, slow, hit point recovery, and there might be another debuff. Anyway, so he's pretty fun. I was running, instead of the panda, I was running this team with Bella for the, more guaranteed defense break. And that was working pretty good because I had my Bella on Violent Revenge. But Bella doesn't really provide anything other than, the defense break, and, her first attack only hits once. So all of these units have a multi-hit skill, and everyone's on Violent except for Hua. She's on Swift. My Shi-Hua is Violent Revenge, Colleen Violent Revenge, Adrian Violent Revenge. I have the panda on Violent Guard, and then I have Hua on Swift Blade. So we'll take a look at the runes after this run and show you guys how I'm running it. See, as I said, Adrian was the one to get pulled because he does quite a bit of damage. Does like, I don't know, like 24k every time he pops off. This should be pretty quick. Yeah. I thought maybe he was going to revive one more time, but nah. Get up out of here. Ooh, that's a glorious rune. Alright, we'll take a look at the runes. A lot of people have been asking me on my stream lately, what units to use for Necro, and like I say, I think it's easiest to make like a 1 or 2 element team, and that way when your damage dealer or whoever does the most damage gets pulled, you have an easier time killing that unit and quickly getting along with fighting the boss and getting his shield back down and killing him again. So let's go through my monsters. First, Hua's at the top of the list. As I said, she's my fastest monster and not really optimal for Necro, but I run her in there anyway, and it seems to work, great. But I'll be looking to get a Fuko and replace her with him. I have her on Swift Blade, as I said. Excuse me, speed, attack. Need to get a 6-star rune for there, but then we have Colleen. These are her stats. And then I have her on Violent Revenge, speed, defense, hit point. And then I also use Colleen in the raid, which is nice. Let's see. Lisa's another one that you can use in raids and Necro. She has a couple of multi-hit skills, and then her third skill is a selects 3 random allies, and so you can do a lot of hits with that skill. Then I have my Shi-Hua. Okay, that first skill does hit 3 times, like I said. Those are her stats. And then I have her on attack, attack. And Adrian, here are his stats. Boom. I have him on Violent Revenge, attack, crit rate, and attack. And I have him at 100% crit rate, because he procs an additional shot with this first skill. And then Panda. Those are his stats. As I said, he has one of the highest base defenses in the game. So he's absolutely great to stack defense on. Run him in your frontline raid. You know, he's got a 33% defense lead. He's got a really nice, well, pretty nice base HP, and he does some decent damage. So I have him on Violent Guard, defense, defense, HP. So yeah, there's that. And like I said before, I was using Bella in place of the Panda, so you could use her in that team. I'm looking to get a Fuko to speed up my run, so I'm gonna make a slow Fuko so that he for sure goes last and gets that slow off better, easier than Hua. So yeah, that's my run. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and check out the links to other social media down below. Check out my Facebook. Check me out on Twitch. Check me out on Twitter. And check out my other content. And I will see you guys next time. Later, everybody. Peace.